The Chimney Sweep by Hans Christian Andersen.
Read and presented by George Pitropogiannakis.
Once upon a time, on the top of a mahogany closet, there lived a strange wooden figure named Major General Field Sergeant Commander Billy Goat's Legs. Everyone called him Goat's Legs for short. From the top of his closet, Goat's Legs looked down on a table where a porcelain shepherdess stood.
The little shepherdess is so pretty. I would like her for my wife.
But the shepherdess was in love with a porcelain chimney sweep who stood nearby. They had fallen in love when they were first placed on the table.
The chimney sweep is such a handsome fellow.
The shepherdess is so beautiful.
On the same table stood the shepherdess's grandfather. He could not speak, but he could nod his head. One day,
Will you give me permission to marry your granddaughter?
the grandfather nodded his head. Goat's Legs was so happy. He spoke to the shepherdess at once.
Lovely shepherdess, your grandfather has given his consent to our wedding. We will be married tomorrow. I am a rich man. I am made of fine mahogany, and the drawers of my closet are full of silver. I can give you anything you desire.
I do not want you or your silver. I do not love you and will not marry you.
The shepherdess went to her grandfather.
Grandfather, did you really tell Goat's Legs he could marry me?
Grandfather nodded, for that was all he could do.
But I love the chimney sweep. Not funny old Goat's Legs. You won't make me marry Goat's Legs, will you?
Again, grandfather nodded. The little shepherdess ran to her beloved chimney sweep.
We must fly from here. I cannot bear to marry Goat's Legs.
Yes, let us leave this place. I will get a job as chimney sweep to support you.
We must leave tonight as soon as grandfather falls asleep.
That night,
Grandfather is asleep.
Let us leave at once.
How are we going to get down from this table?
We will have to climb down.
Oh, I can't do it. It's too far to the floor.
You must. It is the only way. Follow me.
they climbed over the side of the table and down the legs. Finally,
Here we are at last.
just then,
Stop them. They are eloping.
What shall we do?
We must hide. There is a dollhouse. Run with me. Run!
They reached the dollhouse and
Now we are safe.
then they heard voices.
Something is happening in here. Let us see what it is.
They walked down the long hallway. Then
It is a puppet show.
Let us sit down and watch it.
the play was about two sweethearts who were not allowed to marry.
I cannot marry you. My father will not let me.
The shepherdess began to cry.
Their story is like ours.
Yes, it is.
This play is too sad. Let's leave.
If you wish.
I'm glad they're going. They talked so much, I could hardly hear the play.
As they came out of the dollhouse,
Look! Goat's legs must have awakened your grandfather. He is coming after us.
Oh, let us fly from here.
Yes, we will have to go out into the wide world. Have you the courage to go with me into the wide world? It is very large, you know.
I will go. I am not afraid of anything when I am with you.
As a chimney sweep, the only path for me is up the chimney to the roof. Will you come with me?
Yes. Oh, yes.
the chimney sweep led his love to the door of the stove.
It's lucky for us that it is open.
Oh, how dark it is in there.
Never fear, I am with you.
The chimney sweep led the shepherdess through the stove. Finally,
Hurrah! We have reached the chimney. And look, there above us is a lovely star. It will light our way to the roof.
using the chimney sweep's ladder, they began to climb. They climbed higher and higher and higher. Finally,
I never thought the world was so large. It is too large. I am so frightened. I wish I were back on the little table again. Please take me back.
But if you go back, you will have to marry goat's legs.
I don't care. The world frightens me. I could not bear to live in it. I followed you out into the wide world. If you love me, you must lead me home again.
so down they went, the way they had come. At last they came to the door of the stove.
I will be glad when we are out of this terrible place.
First, let me look and see if it's safe to go out. Oh dear, oh dear.
What's the matter? What do you see?
The old shepherd was lying in the middle of the floor, broken into 3 pieces.
Grandfather.
He must have fallen off the table while he was chasing us.
Oh, poor grandfather.
Don't cry. The people who live in this house will mend him, and he will be as good as new.
I hope so. Even though he was mean to us, I would like to see him well again.
I'm sure he can be put together. But let us get back upon the table before the people of the house come in and find us here.
They climbed down from the stove and back up the table.
Someone is coming.
We got here just in time. I wonder what will happen to grandfather.
We will soon find out. A moment later.
Look, Mother, somebody has broken to the old shepherd.
That's too bad. I wonder how it happened.
He was on the table when I went to bed last night.
Maybe the cat knocked him off.
Can he be mended, Mother?
Yes, I think so. I will take care of it.
The next day.
Look, the lady of the house is bringing grandfather back.
When the lady was gone.
Oh, grandfather, I am so happy to see you. You look just like you did before.
But though the shepherd looked the same, there was one change. His neck had been glued into place so that he could no longer nod his head. Goat's Legs was very glad to see the shepherd.
Welcome home. It's good to see you again. I think we should settle the plans for the wedding. Am I to have your granddaughter for my wife?
But the shepherd remained still because his neck was glued and he couldn't nod.
Did you see what happened? Your grandfather did not answer him. That means you do not have to marry old Goat's Legs.
How wonderful! Now we can be married and remain together until we fall apart.
That night, after the people of the house were asleep, the wedding of the Chimney Sweep and the Shepherdess took place. Everyone was invited, and they all lived happily ever after, even old Goat's Legs. The end. The Chimney Sweep by Hans Christian Andersen.
Read and presented by George Pitropogiannakis.